Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chester Copperpot here, and just real quick wanted to go through and do a little bit of Q&A, or just address some of the questions and comments that I've been getting over the last few weeks. Since I've been gone for a little bit, I wasn't able to keep up on those, so they started piling up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of go back through my inbox real quick and just run through these one by one, because somebody out there, maybe you, will get something valuable out of one of these. So figured we might as well share. I'm going to go all the way back to, let's see, this is October 22nd. You may remember, I think it was in the week 3 update of the current flowering garden. I talked a little bit about a YouTube member that goes by CT, and CT had asked about the CNS 17 line originally, and then was kind of talking about how she was having some potassium deficiencies in the plants, and basically I asked her to send over some pictures so that we could take a look at that and try to help her out. And she did one better, and actually did a little bit of video on the plants and sent the link over. So I'll try to attach the link for the video in the description part of the video, so if any of you guys want to take a look at it, you're more than welcome to. But back on the 22nd, when she was getting ready to send me over that information on the video, she also replied with this. Medium is cocoa, pH is 5.8, used CalMag since beginning. I use your feeding schedule, have decided to go with Pro Bloom instead of CNS. Use all of the newts, including Hygrozyme, Karma, etc. I did find, however, what I believe is my problem. Realized my membrane on RO filter was bad, and ppm was high, over 300. Yes, we have very hard water. New membrane on the way. If water was too high in ppm and CalMag added, would that cause this condition? Only thing I can figure is pH should be raised. Not sure, because everything I find says 5.8 should be good. So any help greatly appreciated. Thanks, CT. So looking at the video here, definitely showing some signs of some sort of lockout or deficiency, and it does look to be along the lines of potassium. We've got some splotching, yellowing going on the fan leaves, actual signs of burn, but it's not out on the tips of the leaves like you would normally see, with a traditional, burn. So it looks to me like some sort of deficiency. And in this case, I believe this deficiency is caused due to a lockout. And I think that this could be chalked up, and you guys take a look at it and let me know what your opinions are. But I think that what CT was dealing with here was a potassium lockout caused by a calcium toxicity. And when we're dealing with super high ppms in hard water to begin with, and then it turns out that the filter or the membrane on that RO filter is bad. You have a lot of calcium in your water already, and then you're supplementing it with even more through the CalMag, and on paper it feels like that's the right thing to do, to try to boost those levels up, but in reality any sort of toxicity is going to lock something else out. So naturally my response to CT was definitely keep the pH at the 5.8. I think that that's perfect. Running the Hygrozyme and the Liquid Karma, very, very good choice. The fact that CT decided to go with the Pure Blend Pro instead of the CNS, that's really all up to the grower. I do think CT, you're going to be very happy with the Pure Blend Pro though, because it is derived from organic composition rather than full synthetic. And the way that nutrient is set up is, in my opinion, it just makes the buds taste a lot better. I've grown with just basic GH Flora series, the CNS 17 line, a couple other synthetics, and overall I just think that the Pure Blend Pro provides a really superior bouquet of flavor and aroma. So in addition to being full organic, I think you're really going to like that. So, in a conclusion to this thread with CT here, she wrote me back just a few days ago on the 6th and says, "Wow, what a bunch of work I cost myself by a rookie mistake. New membrane works wonders. Our water was 775 ppm, now 65 with the new membrane. Flushed each with a quarter strength Pro Bloom in RO with a ppm of 225. Flush till runoff met intake. Took forever. Let them mellow out for several days on just RO and CalMag. Have now refed with full strength on week 7. Holy shit, Batman." Though the leaves look bad on the margins, the buds look killer. Did use Silica Blast at 2 mils per gallon. Thank you for your help. We watched the video on prepping for curing, but could not locate one on curing. Please advise if it's somewhere else on YouTube. Also interested in making some edibles videos when you get it done. Have some cancer friends going through chemo. So, very cool. Glad to hear that success story, CT. You know, it just goes to show what an impact, you know, your starting off point with your water has on everything else with your plants. So yeah, 775 ppm just in the water. Yeah, that's not going to end well for anybody. I don't care how green your thumb is. So glad that you got that figured out, and I think that sounds like you're on the right track. You know, definitely let us know how you like your end results with the Pure Blend. You know, even though it's kind of a mix, I think you're still going to reap the benefits, being that you're in the second part of flower. You know, but I'll look forward to hear what you think of it overall. So definitely keep us in the loop. And as far as the curing video goes, that one's actually in the process of being made right now. I've been talking about it for a while, but have yet to get that up. So I'm planning on, I actually have the video shot. I just got to finish getting it all ready to upload and actually put it on YouTube. So I'll definitely have that up before your harvest comes down. And as far as the edible videos go, absolutely, I want to get going on those as soon as possible. You know, the fact that you've got friends going through chemo, definitely want to help you out with that. You know, I've been fortunate enough to help out some friends and relatives who have also dealt with chemo, and you know, it feels good to be able to help those people in need out. You know, from a very selfless part of yourself. You know, that's something that I'll definitely get going for you. And I actually have some things that we'll get into that I think will really help out, you know, your medical patients as well. You know, a little bit stronger doses and, you know, more concentrated oils and things like that. So definitely stay tuned for that, and I appreciate you, you know, tuning in and giving us the chance to help you out. All right, so moving right along here. Next question comes from a viewer that goes by Bob. And Bob commented on the how to transplant with minimal stress and shock video. Could you do a video of seedling growth? I'm having a hell of a time getting past that stage. I like your knowledge and think your methods are something I'd like to mimic. So, well, thank you, Bob. Definitely appreciate that feedback. You know, the fact that you like my styles and want to mimic it is just awesome. That feels good to me very, very much. So, yeah, I can do a video on seedling growth. I don't typically do a whole lot of seedling growth. You know, once I get my you know, females selected and I create a mother plant, I typically will just keep those mothers alive and take clones as needed. But I do have some seeds for a couple different strains that I've actually been wanting to crack and make some new mothers out of. So yeah, we can do that. You know, probably once we get the new round of clones cut and started, you know, in the rock wool, that'd probably be a good opportunity for me to go ahead and crack some beans. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll definitely get that up for you. All right, next comment comes from a viewer named Greg, and this comment was on the Season 2, Week 3. He just made a comment about the fact that Frankie was able to cure his magnesium deficiency with Epsom salts. He just seemed to think that was pretty cool. Alright, and then here's another comment from Greg on the Week 1 vegetation video that I did. Which, honestly, guys, I need to redo those. You know, I don't know why or what it is, but the Week 1 vegetation video on my channel has, like, it's coming up on 3,000 views. And, you know, it's not the oldest video on there, so I don't know what it is about that video that's attracting so much viewership, but it's awesome. But I kind of feel bad that, you know, the video of mine that has the most views is definitely, in my opinion, not one of my better videos. So, you know, we're probably going to look at redoing those coming up here. But anyway, Greg's other comment here was awesome info on the Super Thrive, man. I've been using it all the way to flush, only add a tiny bit. I'll now just add a little to my teas. In veg with some advanced B52, carbo load, Cap OG, Bio Warfare Bennies with all yucca and crab meal, cannoli meal, etc. in MEST. Will the Super Thrive do good, or should I leave it out? Thanks in advance, man. New sub. Love your vids. Cheers. Well, thank you for the positive feedback, Greg. You know, that's always appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. As far as the it sounds like with your regimen, you know, the fact that you're running the Advanced Nutrients B52, that is a pretty stout B vitamin booster, and you know, Super Thrive really is just a lot of B vitamins in a very concentrated form. I've never heard of like there being really such thing as too much B vitamin. I think the plant just kind of takes what it needs and you know, leaves the rest of it behind. So yeah, I don't think that using the Super Thrive is going to hurt anything, you know, but I really, you know, again, I would advise against using it in flour, particularly in the transition phase. Certain strains will react to the Super Thrive negatively when you flip them over to 12-12, and what I mean, I don't know, it's not so much that they react negatively, but it can actually prolong the plant's ability to actually go from vegetation mode into full flower. You know, you can see the transition period take a lot longer in some strains. You know, plus there are thoughts about Super Thrive actually having growth hormones in it, and you know, in vegetation stage, that's totally fine. You know, you just want to get the plants sturdy and big as possible, as fast as possible. But you know, when you're flowering, that plant material is essentially what you're going to be consuming one way or another, and you know, I guess it comes down to personal opinion how you feel about combusting material that may or may not have hormones in it. You know, me personally, it doesn't sound appealing to me. I'm not, you know, it's just not worth it. So, and you know, combined with the fact that it can prolong your flowering, yeah, I just don't use it. Once I flip to 12-12, I just cut it out. So I think it's up to you, but you know, with your B52 and everything else, and your teas and a lot of it sounds like you've got a nice organic mix going on. Yeah, the Super Thrive will play well with all of that. I just wouldn't use it in flour. So hope that's helpful.